Good afternoon, welcome to HRTV. I am privileged today to be sitting next to the UK's HR Director of the Year, Kathryn Austin, Chief People and Marketing Officer for Pizza Hut UK. Kathryn, welcome.
Thank you.
And first things first, huge congratulations on winning HR Director of the Year.
Thank you, thank you.
And the thing that struck me is I saw this wonderful photograph of you receiving your prize from one of my favourite comedians, Miles Jupp.
Yep.
But the look on your face was Mona Lisa-esque. There was some joy in there. There was a lot of stress. There was some relief. There was nerves. But tell me, what were you actually feeling at the time when you won?
Well, just before that, I was about to go to the toilet because I didn't think I would won or get anywhere near it. So I was completely and utterly shell-shocked. And yeah, I mean, it's a lovely thing. It's wonderful to have won it, but didn't expect it at all. So yeah, it was a complete shock.
Which not expecting makes the joy. Hopefully makes the joy all that much more. And I find it doubly impressive because, as I understand, HR is only half of your role. Now you have, for me, a headhunter, still an unusual job title of Chief People HR Officer and Marketing. Now, to me, marketing is an existentially externally focused function, whereas HR is an internally focused function. Does this make sense? How do you manage to blend the two?
I think it depends on what you're selling. So in our business, we sell an experience, a branded experience. So yes, we sell pizza, but people in our restaurants for 45 minutes to 60 minutes, and their interaction with everybody in that restaurant is what they're buying. And so in that instance, our team members really are the products that we're selling. And from a people perspective, we have to find the ways to make life as great as possible for our teams so that they give the greatest possible service to our guests, which effectively is where the value is in our business.
So it's this kind of empowering, making people enjoy waiting tables. Now we're talking about probably some of the people on the lowest wage scales within an organisation, and it can be often the hardest people to motivate. Do you go down the US route of high fives in the morning and have a great day, or do you have a more grumpy British way of doing things?
We do some jazz handsy stuff, but not that much, I have to say. Yeah, most people get a bit cynical about that after a while. So what we tend to find that our team members like the most is just having time to come together with the team and talk about what's happened and just build up their relationships over a coffee. So it's providing that time in every day that they can do that. So
it's as simple as that, allowing them to
a bit of time,
chat. So that there is room to say that those conversations over the water cooler that happen in every single office, let them happen.
That's in most restaurants that's difficult to happen, but if you've got a tea room or out front, just giving them the time to share what's been going on and to come up with ideas.
And have you been able to? You can get a feeling of whether your team and your staff are happy, and it's great to see your executive team are on the floor with at the coalface with your members, so you can get a sense of it. But can you actually quantify? Have you found a way of quantifying the improvement in happiness and therefore performance?
Not specifically happiness, but what we have done is we've used marketing measurement tools to measure the sales impact of certain programs. And then we also look at some of the more traditional people measures. So effectively, if someone's unhappy, they're not going to stay with your organisation. And in our business, we've managed to reduce our attrition, people leaving us, by over 40%. Because they have a good time.
Over 40%?
Over 40%, yeah.
That's fantastic. But I suppose it's all that much more remarkable because as I've very much enjoyed your speech here today, Pizza Hut, when you joined, came from a very low base of customer retention, of staff retention, of business profitability at the end of the day. So how did you, that's a very long journey. If there was one thing for an organisation in a similar position to take away from our discussion today, what's the one thing they need to get right to transform their organisation from an HR perspective?
Well, I think it's very easy to sit in a head office and make assumptions, and sometimes even look at data and make assumptions. And the reality is you've got to use the data as a bit of a map to actually then go find what the problems are that are going on. And in our business, we call it Go See. And the best form of Go See is to actually go and do the jobs of the area that you're trying to change. So in our instance, it was all about our experience in our restaurants, how we served people, how our logistics worked in the kitchen. So to really understand that, go work in pot wash, go work out front as a server. So we call it Go See, and it's all about really not just seeing but doing, and actually doing the job.
Great. It's a very human way of approaching HR as well. And this is in the back set that a lot of the conversations in this conference have been about how HR is impacted by the digital transformation and why it's almost a starting point. So shortly before you went and did pot wash and served with the rest of the guys and got stuck in at the coalface, you must have gone and invested a huge amount in technology as a starting point. Is that right?
No, not as a starting point. Obviously technology empowers so much and it underpins everything that you do, but it's not necessarily the place to start. It might be, but you've really got to go and diagnose the problem first. So.
Fantastic. Good. Well, my final question, and it's one I've been dying to ask, is what is the weirdest pizza that Pizza Hut has ever served in your experience?
Well, we've done a number of really quite strange ones over the years. My particular favourite that actually was delicious, I really do mean this, it was lovely, was a cheeseburger pizza.
A cheeseburger pizza?
What's not to like? Cheeseburger, pizza, happy days.
I don't know, I'm not sure that's one for me, but that will be us signing off. Thank you very much to Kathryn, and thank you very much to our audience. Thanks. And the takeaway for today is the recommendation is a cheeseburger pizza.